Hey guys, Nananki here, bringing you another round of Kerbal Space Program. Today I was working on designing a much bigger rocket to try to work on doing an interplanetary flight, and as it turned out I got bored and decided to go to the moon, and then that turned into a mission to Minmus. So I bring you an impromptu mission to Minmus, and also some breakdancing on Minmus. It wouldn't make any sense if there wasn't any breakdancing on Minmus, since the title is Breakdancing on Minmus. So anyway, on with the mission. You know, I've noticed an interesting phenomenon while I'm testing out some new ship designs, just playing about with going to the moon. I always need to do my lunar injection burn right about after moon rise. It's kind of interesting. I'm coming up on a burn here. We're just going to the moon, because I've been building this rocket for a few minutes now, and the last 20-30 minutes, and I'm kind of ready to go do something a little bit more exciting. Yeah, let's go back to the moon. That SAS on as well. We don't want to drift here too much. Short burn though with the triple rockets. I gotta like it. The atomic thrusters, way more efficient, take a lot longer. Probably still gonna end up having to use those in the end anyway. If you're wondering what the blue target is on the navigational instrument there in the center, it is in fact the maneuver option on the stellar map, where you can set a maneuver in advance as far as a burn and what direction and so forth to achieve a certain flight path. You'll see me use it plenty in this video, and I would have done a proper introduction for it, except I was just playing about and didn't plan on doing a real mission. And as predicted, we are now in a nice lunar encounter, producing a crazy Kerbal orbit, if we let it go about its business. Well, this is technically the first time I've managed to make a lunar orbit. I should totally record that, right? Yeah, that's worthy. Even if my orbit is highly elliptical, by a factor of 10 here. In fact, it's pretty close exactly to a factor of 10. It's still going to be pretty interesting to make a close pass of the moon, I think. Especially if we do it at high speed. 1000x, it's going to look like we're going to hit the damn thing. The angle we're coming in at. It's like, yeah, it's kind of close. Okay, that's really quite close. And we're speeding up too, so that's... wow. Dark side of the moon. Well, for the moment. There's no real dark side of the moon. Every part of the moon, except for the parts in some of the deep craters, get exposed to sunlight. Neat. Well, let's fix this orbit, shall we? 207 and 223. Yeah, that's fine. Perfect, in fact. Let's make that a thing. Let's do that, shall we? Whoa, flashing lights. Very strange. It's because I had the mouse over it. Okay, that's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. I can dig it. It's pretty funny. 1,000 times rotation. Now that is nuts. I'd get sick. If I was on this rocket, I'd be like, I need to sit in the corner and look at the floor. That would be too much. I don't think I can handle it. We're just waiting until we come around to Minmus, so I had some time to kill. In fact, we're gonna go even faster. If it lets us. Nope. Oh yeah, it does. Whoa, my god. Okay, never mind what I said before. That would make me sick. We'll do that on this screen. Holy crap. Okay, here we come. We need to get a little bit closer. Maybe on the next fling? Or on the one after that? Yeah, the one after that we're gonna do. Not on this one. Well, I don't know. Should we go on this one? Or should we go on the next fling? Because we're gonna try to fling off the moon to Minmus. I decided that that's the new mission. Just announced just now. That's what we're doing. Well, let's take a look and see what would happen. Let's zoom out a little bit so we can see Minmus. There's something happening there. Oh, that's like a Kerbal event. I don't even... Sometimes I lose track of what the hell is going on with this thing. Okay, let's scrap that, shall we? Let's try a different maneuver. If we want to go after Minmus, let's try a little bit further over here, shall we? Is that even the right, like, orbital plane? Well, the only way to find out is to get the thing closer, but instead of getting a nice clean event, I get this crazy thing. Let's get the, yeah, see, they're not even close here. Let's fix that. It's 43, and Minmus is what? 46? So that's not actually too far, but we're not even close on, like, the orbital plane here. .45, 46.4. I know we're gonna have to drag this thing back the other way, but if I can get the apoapsis right on the line there, that's pretty much what we want. Then we'll worry about dragging it backwards and looking for the magical point where we will intersect with Minmus. Well, I mean, if I have to, how far do I have to drag this thing to find Minmus? Oh, wait, there we are. Minmus, yes. Fantastic. Let's get this thing lined up a little bit better, if possible. Let's get the periapsis as close to our encounter as we can. Yeah, you see that sharp angle? That means that we're on top of it. That means we're going to run right into it. That looks perfect to me. Cool, we have our burn. Let's take a look at it then, shall we? 11 minutes away. And it's not even that big of an adjustment. We'll have plenty of fuel to make that, and then probably the return trip. Assuming I make a smooth and quick landing of it. It was so impromptu, this decision to try to go to Minmus. It just was out of the blue just now. I was like, you know what, I'm flying this rocket. I've been playing around in this game for the last like 30 minutes, 40 minutes doing rocket designs and trying to mess with these giant liquid engines, and I was using the giant engines on them, and they overheat and they suck fuel like a mofo, and I was just not interested. I was like, you know what, let me try tri-couplers right on top of one of these things, because that's going to get more than triple the efficiency than those big giant thrusters, even if it's not quite as much boost at once. Alright, let's get to our burn time. Last orbit around the moon. The moon. Minmus is not that big of a target. I'd like to get this right. And engines on, full throttle, engaged. And I love the vacuum of space when it comes to accelerating with a rocket. It's just handy. None of that silly atmosphere to deal with. And we got a little bit of float here in our direction. That's okay. I still love the guidance system. Having discovered it, I love it. And get ready to cut. We got one more, meter a second of moving to do. I bet I could do that with the RCS thrusters even. Look at the way this thing dances around. Yep, look, RCS thrusters to finish. There we go. Our burn is complete. Let's take a look, shall we? First, let's get rid of you. Yep, there we have it. There's Minmus, and there's our Minmus encounter, which looks pretty good to me. So, back to the cockpit. We'll take a look from the cockpit view. There's nothing to see in the cockpit, though. That's the only sad thing. Goodbye, moon. See you later. Oh, nice sunrise. Should have slowed down for that. There's the, what do you call it, the Terminator, the line, not the Arnold Schwarzenegger robot, the line there between the light and the dark side. I think they call that the Terminator. Let's speed this thing up a bit, shall we? Here's our current path. Our current path is not, like, super awesome, but the part of it that's important is, wow, that's a lot of stuff out there. is Minmus. What a ironic. Let me just slow this down real quickly. Is that really the alignment right now of planets? Is that... No, it's just all the moons of Jewel. My goodness. Oh, there's another planet now? Elo? Whoa, wait a minute. That orbit intersects with Jewels. That's crazy. I didn't even know Elo. That's a new planet, or fairly new. Maybe 18.18.2 version of the game. That's where we should go. We should go visit the giant, faraway... Or maybe it's not giant. Maybe it's tiny. Maybe it's like Pluto. I don't know. We'll have to go inspect it and visit it someday. I know you can click and refocus to planets and look at them from a great distance and just use the little satellite dish, but I don't want to. I want to go see them in person. Like Minmus here. The orbital velocity of Minmus is like next to nothing. 274 meters a second, so it's probably actually pretty small to have such a low orbital velocity. Can we see it yet? I'm not going to mess with time, but I'm going to look. I don't know where I should look. It's this is gonna be... We're gonna be kind of close to this when we get there. We're gonna have to make our decisions quickly, I believe. Let's just do that already, because I'm tired of looking forward in the vast emptiness. We'll wait till right before the game considers us having encountered Minmus. A little bit closer. That's close enough. Alright, now we can look around. I wish it was against the bright part of the sky. Yeah, there it is. Whoa, that's pretty close. Looks like a pretty rocky moon. It looks less smooth than the moon. Okay, well, here we are about to be encountering the moon, or encountering Minmus. The moon called Minmus. There we are. Let's add a maneuver, shall we? Kind of like right in front of where we are. There we are. That's a ways away. Whatever, that's fine. Let's see what happens if we do like this. Oh, we crash right into the thing, don't we? Can we get a Minmus orbit going? That'd be kind of cool. Not gonna lie. Yep, there we are. Ah, we went a little bit too far with that. Whoa, not like that. That's not too bad. Periapsis 130. Apoapsis 1.9. We'll just do another burn when we get to the periapsis, and, you know, who really cares if our orbital plane looks screwy as all hell? Right? That's actually not too bad. Okay, well that'll be a cool orbit. Let's do that. Let's do that burn, shall we? We'll get the right combination of buttons eventually. It's probably going to be primarily a retro burn. Glad I added another set of RCS thrusters to the big body of the ship. I figured moving this thing around in space would be like trying to drive with an elephant on your back. Or fly with an elephant on your back. Lots of time between me and this burn, though. There we go. Very carefully get that into position. And yeah, it's primarily a retro burn, because, you know, there's Minmus down there. Let's get to our estimated burn node. It's only an 8-second burn, estimated. So that's pretty brief. Slowly approaching Minmus. You know, it might be my imagination, because I can't really tell from this distance, but it looks to be smaller, especially going by its orbital velocity. Though it is a little bit farther out, but Kerbin's gravity should extend pretty good if it's the same as Earth's. I'm pretty sure it's 1g of gravity, so... Alright, here we are. Let's do it to it. Engines on. Burn node. Floating just a little bit. just leave it on manual control, shall we? I'm taking it to manual. Gonna manually burn this one in. Get ready for engine cut in just a few seconds, and now is almost about right. In fact, once again, I could probably use the RCS thrusters to just finish the job. Let's, yeah, totally. No sweat. RCS thrusters are handy, I'm telling you. You can tell we're really close to dead center of what the estimated burn is when the thing is jumping all over the place. Yeah, that's as good as it gets, I think. We have engine cut off, RCS off, very good. Get that taken out of the equation. And when we get around to our periapsis, we will do a burn immediately before it to reduce our apoapsis. And all it's going to be is a retro burn, just to fix the orbit. Like, yeah, 242, 319, 264, 231, that's pretty good, honestly. If we go much farther than that, 230, yeah, see, we'll start wasting fuel if we go much farther than that, because we've already spun the thing around at that point. 243, 343, 290, yeah, I like that. 290, and yeah, they're both under 300 there. That works. Totally works. We'll get lined up first and turn on the SAS to keep our alignment for the burn, and then we'll enjoy the view. Work before pleasure. I hope I did the lander right. Oh, I didn't do a ladder, actually. I know I didn't. I forgot. Well, we're going to rely on Minmus being small and having light gravity to jump onto our ship. I think it'll be okay. And if not, then maybe someone will be stranded on Minmus. Who wants to be first out? Don't everybody volunteer at once. Our next burn is like freaking tiny. It's a ways away. It's that's a 1 second burn. if we did it at full velocity, full throttle, which we won't be. For those of you who are curious. Look at our speed is 16 meters a second. That's funny. That's why the thing was dancing around. Because we're only just barely caught by Minmus's gravity. But that's okay. I'd still rather adjust our orbit immediately and just have it be kind of scary. Whoa, here we go. Now we're falling toward Minmus. We're gonna have a nice little Minmus sun moment coming up. Maybe? Nah, it's gonna kind of miss the sun. It gives it kind of a look like it's almost as if it's being front lit, not back lit. Oh well. Can't expect everything to be perfect. Getting closer now. That looks like it's really going to be a rough surface to land on. I did remember landing gear. I know that much. We're good on landing gear, at least. Alright, here we go. Another burn. Might as well go to manual control for this as well. Chase the blue dot. Alright, I'll do the last little bit with RCS. Because why not? I have tons of RCS, I might as well use it, right? Almost. There we go. Read 0, I'm happy. So what's this look like now? Yeah, Minmus orbit. Very good then. Yeah, that works. I like being able to schedule the burns. It's very handy. I don't have to worry so much about guessing at the right moment and hoping for the right alignment and watching the interaction screen and waiting for the moment an interaction appears and rapidly hitting engine cutoff. It's like, nope, don't gotta worry about any of that now. That's a nice little moon there. The surface does look really rough, though, from this distance. Though also kind of smooth. Smoothly rough, if that makes any kind of sense. If I did do it with just RCS, I wonder how long it would take. Probably not too long, honestly. Yeah, see? Not really very long at all. Yeah, this is working just fine. Again, vacuum, very handy and convenient. Ooh, a little bit too much. We're 0.1 meters a second over. No! That's cool, though. Wow. Kerbin's way over there, huh? Yep. Way over there, Kerbin. Alright. Well, I think it's time to make our landing here, to be honest. We brought our orbit quite close enough to Minmus. Let's pick a spot. Let's try to land somewhere in particular. That looks kind of like a nice big landing spot, doesn't it? Let's land there, shall we? Without an atmosphere to interact with, this should actually be something we can accomplish. Picking a landing site, I should think, is a thing I am capable of at this particular point. That's pretty dead center, I think. That looks pretty good to me. We're going to be coming over a mountain a little bit, but that should be alright. Yeah, there we go. That way we'll kind of have a big, giant, flat space to land on. Maybe that's ice. I can't even tell. It's kind of a different color, whatever it is. Anyway, that looks like a good burn to me to make our approach. This one's going to actually require more than RCS. We got 9 whole minutes to get lined up for it, but no reason to wait. I could tell vaguely where I'd be burning, but trying to think about where the ship's going to be lined up in the future. This time it's only a few minutes away, so it's kind of easy, but when it's a long ways off, it's like I just trust the little blue indicator. I think that's our landing area, maybe. I don't know. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Time is almost up there. And burning? Whoa. That's a quick burn. And cut. Jeez. That did not take much. Not at all. And we'll do the last little bit with RCS, as we've been doing. It allows for very subtle input, frankly, and I don't waste any more liquid fuel than I have to. And look, I have tons and tons and tons of monopropellant. Look at that. Tons. I'm not even through half of it yet, and I've been basically wasting it to do, like, orbital corrections. Almost. Just a tiny bit more. Tiny bit more. There we go. It says 0. That's perfect as far as I'm concerned. Alright, let's take a look. Yep, we're coming in now. Let's go ahead and, I'd like to come in more flat than all that, to be honest. I don't know. We'll see when we get closer, I guess. I have a funny feeling we're going to miss our landing zone because I'm going to have to make adjustments to come in at a smooth angle. We'll see. We're kind of matched up with the... Not really. Here we go. With the orbit of the... or the spin of Minmus, but not really. Whoa. Alright, let's do a counter burn. I know we're going to ruin our landing zone, but I don't like to come in too fast. That's kind of going to defeat the purpose here. And we're going to probably still have that big area to land in. We could probably manage that, to be honest. Let's give it an extremely small amount of boost and see what this does to us. Let's pulling this thing to the left. Yeah, that actually, we'll probably aim for this as a landing zone, to be honest. So that's in 1 minute. Let's cut the engines. Let's see what would happen if we did a very significant retro burn at that point. Yeah, then we'd be coming down nice and shallow. I like that angle. I like that angle a lot. Alright, let's do that. Let's do that angle. Still got tons of fuel in this thing. These big giant orange fuel containers are massive. They're the heaviest and largest fuel containers. That's why I decided to use them. Because my goal was to build an interplanetary ship. But you know, one step at a time, right? Whoa, 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 whoa. Less, 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 less. Okay, that's quite good. We'll do the last little bit with RCS. Because it's easier. It's nice and slow. It's like a precision thing. I would like to get that thing centered to polar, if possible. Let's try to do that. So we're only doing a tiny, tiny bit of burn. Just a tiny bit. If these were atomic thrusters, this would get me, I think, almost anywhere. We're going to definitely do some redesigning for our interplanetary stage ship. Because we'll still have a lander stage on it, but it's going to be mainly interplanetary. Is going to be the big hurdle. Because landing, I think we've got a decent handle on landing. Just trying to get that X onto the pole. That's all. Because if the retrograde indicator is on the pole, that means we're going straight in the opposite direction, which in this case was down. Which is kind of where we want to be. But yeah, going straight is a much easier landing than going at an angle. So that's what I like to do, if possible. It only needs a tiny touch more. It's pretty close. We're going to leave that like that. We're going to take a look at where we're going. No more orbit, huh? Just a straight line. Well, actually, that still is both, it's drawing both lines. I just have them on top of each other. And we did manage to pick a pretty good landing zone. It's not the one I think that we initially chose. I think, yeah, that was the one we initially chose. But you know what? It's the same difference. So now we know also that when we pick a landing zone, we need to aim in advance of it. Good things to note when we're going to another planet eventually, when that happens someday, sometime. Might as well get lined up here for our descent burns, our not wanting to crash into Minmus at a suicidal velocity burns. I turn off the RCS because the SAS is better for making extremely subtle adjustments. When you want it perfect, it's the way to go. We just don't want to drift any more left. In fact, here, let me get this thing spun around. So I'm actually looking at the side that is the front. Makes landing these things a little bit easier when you're looking left is left and right is right, and so forth. When you start trying to use your visual orientation to guide the ship in. It really does, like, just waste a ton amount of propellant when you have the SAS and the RCS on at the same time. Just a ton. You see, we're just kind of doing this by eye right now so that we're lined up a little bit more with this valley. There we are. Alright, let's speed up time a little bit more. Get a feel for where we're going to land. That actually looks fine to me. So now we're going to go back to making the retro circle on the retro, or on the pole. To have as straight a descent as possible. The surface almost looks like snow, though I would be, quite frankly, stunned if it was water snow. I would be more expecting, like, carbon dioxide, dry ice. Ever so gently, give this some thrust. Won't take too much. We've still got some time to work here. Some time. Not a ton, but enough, I think. I think it'll be enough. I'm like, sitting here like, with my face an inch and a half from the screen. Well, not that bad. More like 6 inches from the screen. Trying to get this X as perfect as possible so I can take all the pressure off of me on landing. Alright, now we got to get rid of this this extra stage. We're really down to it here now. So let's get centered for our retro burn here and use up the rest of this fuel. Not that there's very much left to use, but now is the time to use it, quite frankly. We're still accelerating too, so this is like the right amount of fuel here. Still seems like a very gentle approach, quite frankly. Even if we do drift over to the edge, I think we'll still be at a good flat spot at this point. There's not a lot of drifting left to do. Down to 12 kilometers. There's some giant mountains, man. Holy crap. What is this planet made of? Or moon. I'd love to have the actual science to go along with the game. I know there's not an actual Kerbal solar system, but it'd be cool, wouldn't it? I want more places to explore. There's not enough in real life. We just don't put enough money into our space exploration programs as a species. We'll get there eventually. Alright, let's use this thing up here and just get into our landing descending stage already. Yep, there we go. Goodbye. Thank you, ship. You were very helpful up to this point. Look at you drifting so gently, just right next to us. I'm gonna wait a little while to fire up the thrusters here, just because that looks so just picturesque. There you go. I wonder if it's going so gently that it won't blow up when it hits. I don't know. Landing gear. Check. Ladder. Nope. I don't know if we can jump that high. We'll have to see when we get to the surface. Somebody's getting out. If we lose a Kerbal, so be it. It'll be in the name of science. Alright, landing is in progress. We are coming straight down, though. This should be about as easy a landing as I can generate for myself. Coming in very smoothly. Oh yeah, engine on. That'd be good, right? Like, why isn't the throttle working? Oh hey, there's the surface indicator. Let's use this opportunity to get the X back on the pole, shall we? Let's bleed off speed a little bit more rapidly as well, since we're like coming down to the surface like right now. Yep, that's a little bit more rapidly than I'd like to hit, and I can't tell exactly how far we are. Whoa, 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 stop, 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 stop. Oh, crap. Okay. Very rapidly now, come over here. And there you go. 30 meters a second, a little bit more of a jostled landing than I want to experience personally. Do we have a shadow yet? That'd be really handy right about now. Alright, we're at a crawl again. No shadows yet. Got stuff way below us, so that's at least as far as the surface. In fact, that probably is the surface. Let's keep this to about 10 meters a second, shall we? 8.6 is actually pretty darn smooth, if you ask me. If I can keep this centered on the pole for the duration of this descent and keep it below 10 meters a second, then I will be content with this level of thrust. Yeah, here it comes. Here comes the surface. Oh, something just exploded. There's the surface. Yep, there it is. Well, we have successfully bombed Minmus. Mission accomplished. Back to base. Give us a little bit more thrust here. Perfect. Perfect. I think perfect. I think perfect. I'm so nervous right now. I hate this game so much. The fact that you play for like 2 hours and it's all built up to like this 3 seconds of landing. Like, alright now, do everything perfect! Or you just wasted 2 hours. Kind of like not building a ladder before deciding to go to Minmus during a routine experiment for blast-off. Okay, we're like down to nil velocity here. Are we there yet? Oh yeah, there we are. Whoa, 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 stop, stop. Jesus Christ, I panicked, I panicked. I panicked. That's not the right button. Oh, I panicked when I saw the surface. I was like, SAS, what's the button? I don't know. We'll just wait for gravity to pull me back down again. I'm not going to flip around and do a reverse. Yeah, there we go. RCS, push me down. That works. Are we floating down yet? Okay. We got a little bit of drift now, thanks to my bumbling. One more time. So the surface is really about sea level. It wasn't before it. Unlike the moon, which was like 500 feet above it. Alright, let's just deaden out this sideways motion. So far, so good. Keep our approach to as slow as possible without being less than 5 meters a second, because I can land at 5 meters a second on Kerbal gravity and be okay. I'm really quite sure I can do it here. Oh, the engine actually turned off. I tried to throttle down so far I turned it off. Okay. 4.5. That's pretty good. Yeah, this is it. This is it right here. I'm turning on the the SAS right now. And oh yeah, there we go. Look at that little bounce. Boing. Boing. Well, successful landing on Minmus after one totally botched approach. No sweat. Who wants to be the test subject? Hellner, you're in the first seat. You think you can jump back up there, bud? You think you can? You think to screw it, the hell with it, just jump off? Yeah, just jump off. RCS, whoa! What was that about? Apparently I have the Kerbal who likes to do flips. Wow, Minmus has like no gravity. Wow. That's exciting, and they need to add rovers to the game. I have just decided it. There's some way to make space planes. There's a way to make wheels. I need to make a rover. Whoa, look at him jump. Or just walk. Holy crap. What if he jumps? Whoa. Oh yeah, he can jump back up to this ladder. Oh yeah, look at this. Wow, look at him go. Whee! Slow down, impact. Not too bad, not too bad. What if I get up on this plateau? Here, we'll just speed up time. It's funny, they jump so high they hit the ground and fall down even if you are going pretty slowly. That's still a pretty healthy velocity, though. Still, though, you shouldn't be able to fall down if you can jump that high under your own power. Alright, that one had a little bit of forward velocity on it, I won't deny it. Whee! I don't know why I so much wanted to jump off of a hill. The thing's gonna be like a kilometer away. The closer I get to it, the larger I realize it is. Let's just go full throttle and see how far I slide. Whoa. That's pretty fast. Just keep your feet under you, buddy. Yeah, like that. There you go. Feet. Oh, almost. Yikes. Well, this is definitely the fastest method of travel that I've discovered so far.
Do a barrel roll!
Nice. Alright, well, we'll probably slow down once we hit the edge. Hey, we got to it pretty quickly, though, didn't we? That was the main goal. Holy crap. Yeah, well, whatever. We'll lose this velocity going up. Ouch. That looked a little painful, I'm not gonna lie. It's 2 kilometers away. We went on a 2-kilometer EVA here. We need to get back with this next jump. I need to make sure I don't get going so fast I kill myself, though. I'm pretty sure that is possible. Assuming I do come to a stop. I did get going really fast. Breakdance. Alright, you can stop now. I'd appreciate it. We are going up a hill after all. You'd think that this velocity would eventually peter out. If we get up to the next plateau and we keep going, I will be a little bit disappointed. The spinning is not slowing down as fast as I expected it to. And no keyboard inputs affect any of this, I've discovered. after much trying.
Show me your moves!
Yes, breakdance. Well, that was quite a jump, sir. 2.5 kilometers away from your ship on Minmus. Whoa. Where's Kerbal, out of curiosity? Kerbal is over there, so we don't see it right now. Oh well. That's one tiny Kerbal there. Look at that, look at the little black speck, there he is. Yee! Alright, time to head back to the frozen lake and get back on the ship. I think it's time to do that. Alright, time to make an epic jump. You ready, guy? Do it. Alright, we're only going to thrust until the moment when we start going down. There we are. We're just going to float, because that's... Look at the ground velocity. We're kind of hauling right now. Yeah, look at that. 0.1 kilometers, a tenth of a kilometer every 5 seconds or so. That's pretty damned fast. If we hit the ground at the speed, I think we would be in deep shit. At the very least, we'd go past our ship by about a quarter mile. So let's slow this thing down for this impact. Alright, guy, catch yourself. Ooh, kind of rough. Not too bad. Not too bad. You're alright. You're a trooper. You're the breakdance Kerbal champion. The Kerbal breakdancing champion. Is this guy? Helner. Helner is the Kerbal breakdancing champion. Alright. One more big giant leap, and let's get some good velocity going. There we are. We'll cut off throttle. I don't want to, like I said, go too fast, and then not be able to slow down, and then sail across the surface like a bat out of hell. Alright, let's make this a nice gentle landing if we can. It's too bad I can't thrust up. Isn't there a camp? Let me fiddle around here. Like T, no. Y, no. I don't know the buttons for camera. Oh yeah, there we go. Orbital. Okay, let's give this a shot. Whoa. What is going on? Every button makes him do the same thing. I go forward, I gotta do the same thing. If I want to go up, can I do up? No, I can't do up. Even with orbital camera mode on, I can't do up. Oh, come to a stop, would you? Stick the landing. Almost. Hey, good recovery. Alright, let's get off of orbital camera mode. Yeah, camera auto. I like that better. Okay. A little bit more manageable. By the way, if you're wondering what the acronym of my ship is, it's Death is Likely to Imminently Follow. Oh, slow it down, 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 slow it down. I wasn't thinking. Oh boy. We're gonna slide a whole damn kilometer, aren't we? I bet we are. We're gonna slide and bounce a kilometer across the surface of Minmus to this graceful music. There we go. That's the shot. Right there. If I could pick my thumbnails, that'd be the one. Looks like we're not going to bounce a whole kilometer. Only a third of a kilometer. Oh, hey, nice. You can recover if you bounce high enough. Nice. I'm gaining more respect for you by the moment. Random Kerbal astronaut. Alright, we got another landing for you to stick. And we have, like, no velocity. Perfect. Excellent. We're almost back. I don't know why I like to visit hills. It's like, what else are you going to do on the surface of Minmus? Jump around a little bit. Spent so much time getting here, I just wanted to have some fun before I found out I can't get back on the ladder. Now, I'm pretty confident that I can jump over my spaceship. I mean, look at this. That's gotta be 25 feet. or 30 something, probably because it's 10 meters, so there you have it. Oop, oop, oop. A little bit fast on this one. I am pretty well lined up, though. Ouch. Hey, recover. Maybe? Maybe not. Stop it. Hey, there we go. I slowed down a little bit with the RCS backpack, which is down to 28%. That's okay. But yeah, I think it's official. The Breakdancing Championship should be held on Minmus from now on. Yeah, look at this. I could jump over the ship. That's real handy when you forget to build a ladder. Ooh, whoa. You okay there? Alright. Alright, let's get back up into the crew cab, shall we? I think the hatch is right there? Yeah. Alright. Want to be lined up before I jump. That's good. Ooh. One step is quite a distance. Oh, I ran into the ship. Oop. Let's drop back to the surface, shall we? And go forward a bit. In fact, I could stand on the thing. Oh, stop. Aww. Nope, now I'm falling. Whoa, like a cat. That was a nice move there, Herman. Or, sorry, Hellner. Herman, Carmen. Alright, back up we go. This time, if I'm going to try to land on it, maybe I should actually look at where I'm going. Yes, there we are. Looks like he's got his feet in front of him, doesn't it? Looks like he's sitting there. It's actually the RCS pack. His feet are stuck in the nose cone. Oh well. I just gotta get back in. F. Yes! Nicely done. Board. Fantastic. Anybody else want to see the surface? You guys are content looking out the window, right? Because I feel like going back now. Good. Hellner can tell you all about it. It was exciting. Alright, well, let's just take off then, shall we? I don't see any need to do anything orbital until we get into orbit. SAS on, throttle up. The lack of gravity on Minmus makes me kind of confident this is not going to be a problem. Again, we'll just get up to around 230 meters a second before we cut it. I care more about our velocity than I do our altitude, so that I have time to worry about getting things corrected. So, which way is back? Let's do 270 degrees, shall we? So that we are leaving on the back side of this thing instead of the front side. I just like it to be flat. Good job there. 270 degrees. Give this some throttle. See what we get. Well, it puts us back into a Kerbal orbit. It gives us Minmus escape without any difficulty. Let's wait till we get away from Minmus, and then we'll worry about getting to Kerbal. That's how this is going to be played out. Let me get rid of that projected burn. Yeah, go away, you. You bother me. So, when do we hit our escape moment? Pretty soon. Time warp 100. Time warp 1,000. There's the moon. There's Minmus, and there's Kerbal. And we are out there. Watch when we leave the Minmus orbit and it calculates us as being in the interaction of Kerbal. We will really get to see an altitude. This might be the furthest out we've gone, but we went out further than Minmus when we went to the moon, thanks to our kind of weird trajectory on our return. Alright, there, we're focused on something else now, right? Yes. Oh wait, that node is totally wrong. We're going the wrong way. We're going this way. Aren't we? Yeah, we're We're going this way, not that way. So I put the node in the wrong place. Oopsie doodle. It doesn't really need to be an hour from now, but it's so close as to make so little difference. Was that wackiness that happened there? I like to go back and look at the wackiness. So that was some kind of moon interaction. That again can help us get a periapsis that's like next to Kerbin. Really, we could just... We have enough engine thrust to just do this. We really do. Let's try to aero brake this thing though. Let's not hit the atmosphere with so much velocity that we would die if it were real life. That's my goal on this return. 15 is a little bit too close. We want to hit like 50, not 150. 91, 108, 69. 47. Alright, we're gonna stick with that. Because that way we'll slow down hitting the atmosphere. And we'll be good. Yeah. That's what we're gonna do. Got a burn in about an hour, 43 minutes. There's Minmus. Nice departing shot of Minmus. See, the burn we're doing is basically a pure retrograde burn. Let's get time caught up to where we need it. Bye, Minmus. See you later. Been fun. Alright, here we go then. Throttle up. Manual control enacted. Maybe I shouldn't do manual with such a finicky ship. The bigger ship, it was a little bit easier to get away with. Alright, we're going to throttle this thing down a bit as we get closer to the desired point, and we'll do the last meter a second with the SAS thrusters, or I mean the RCS thrusters. Well, it reads 0. Yeah, I think that's about as close as we're getting to dead perfect. And that should be it. That should be our dive toward Kerbin. Our periapsis is in the atmosphere, so we will slow way the hell down and probably come back out and then make a second approach. We have plenty of air to make that happen. That's not a problem. And Minmus is just going to leave us because we're barely moving here. Velocity's 43 meters a second. It's 274. So that's cool. We'll get a nice shot of Minmus here as we hit our apoapsis and then start falling toward Kerbin. Yeah, that's right side up. It's so easy to lose your perspective in space. There's the moon. I don't think we have any interactions with that, luckily, on this approach. Here we come. It almost looks terrifying, the moon coming at us like that. Whoa, 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 whoa. Holy crap. The speed of it all. That gave me tingles on the back of my neck, like, oh god, no! Alright, let's see what happens here. We've got mountains of velocity. 3,000 meters a second, 3 kilometers a second. Yeah, that's pretty healthy. But we're going to skip right off the atmosphere, basically. But we're not going to skip off into space. We're still going to be gravitationally bound to Kerbin. We're just not going to go quite as far back out. This thing will start dropping like a stone, I think, once we hit the atmosphere, which will happen, because we're not that far away from it. Now we're hitting some atmosphere. And again, like I said, we're just going to skip right off the thing and make a second approach to actually land. That way we keep the G-forces below 12. We're going to call 12 death. 12 would be about, like, there. I guess the 14 is what it's, I guess that's 15 way up there, so it's 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. So I guess it's got, like, 9 as the red zone, and plus 15 is just don't even bother counting anymore. Yeah, we're totally See, aero braking with the atmosphere. We don't have to worry about burning up yet. Once they add friction to the game, I think this will be impossible, because all this exposed area to the atmosphere would be burned up, I think. Or, like, we would just skip off into space, but that's okay, too, since we don't have to worry about air yet. All sorts of things that we don't have to worry about in this game that would ordinarily be a serious concern for mission planning. Having astronauts able to breathe the entire way back is relevant in real life, more so than it is in the Kerbal universe at this time. I don't really care if I'm tumbling. In fact, here we'll tumble some more because it looks cool. There you go. You having fun, guys? You're having fun. Yep. We are not going to hit on this pass. I think that's a given. We're just going way too fast. Our periapsis isn't really being affected very much. Our apoapsis is, though. It was way out past Minmus, and now it's going to be inside of the moon, probably, when we get out of the atmosphere. Alright, that's enough spinning. I don't know why, but I feel like we should be going in engine first. I feel like if there's any part of the ship that can withstand the heat other than the actual command module, it should be the engine. But we are slowing down, which is exactly what we wanted. And in fact, if we did a little retro burn now, we would not... Whoa. Okay. That's interesting. Didn't even mean to do that. Yeah, but yeah, we're going to do a retro burn, is the point here. Drop that apoapsis down. Now that we're past our periapsis, we won't really even affect it. Doing a retro burn. It'll still be the sufficient altitude for aero braking purposes. We'll cut off at 40,000 meters. I think 40 kilometers is plenty low enough for the atmosphere to brake without breaking our necks. It's funny, you know, my shift and control commands do not work from this screen, but the throttle cutoff X does, which is very handy, I must say. But at least, but I'd like it better if they all worked, all the commands. That'd be even better. Alright. Good enough. One more pass of aero braking and we'll get rid of the rest of this velocity, and we'll be good to go. Up and down. It looks like we're gonna hit the thing directly. Oh my god! Holy crap. That was kind of freaky. It seems like it takes the acceleration away the moment we hit the atmosphere, whether I want it to or not. Yeah, so I don't have to watch for it. It does it automatically. Very handy. And same deal, we'll just do a retro burn, and this will be the last, second to last burn we have to do to get a safe landing accomplished. Last time we came in so hot that our G-force meter maxed out, basically, and that had been the death of the mission, and it kind of annoyed me a little bit. Like, yeah, I went to the moon, but my return was not legit insofar as the air safety would not have been even remotely okay. We'll go down to 20, so way more thrust than this. Maximum thrust, in fact. Because the G-force meter is barely moving. And yeah, we need to get that lower. Almost. Want to get them down pretty much to in the atmosphere, or 20 for our periapsis, because that's going to be low enough. We're just going to stay in the atmosphere now, and this will become 0, and it won't be a problem. So let's see if we did a sufficient job of bleeding off speed and getting a sufficiently long atmospheric drag sequence to assure our safe landing. I'm not going to decouple yet to our final stage because I'm not entirely confident. I should be that this is going to be the end of our orbit. Heck, if anything, I should try to put us a little bit higher up with the remaining fuel we've got left to get even more drag out of this approach, because we're still kind of hauling ass here. That we are. And I don't think I could even, if I wanted to, get this thing back up at this point. See, all we're doing is dragging out how long we're up for, which is how long we slow down for, because we are in the atmosphere and we are slowing down pretty rapidly. So we'll do this till we run out of fuel. And that's going to be that. Yep. There we have it. I still have the RCS attached, of course, I could play with at this point, but honestly, what am I doing with this at this point? Let's just go ahead and do a little bit of, we'll do some backwards thrusting to get some more velocity, and we'll separate. And that will tumble that away from us, right? Sure. No sweat. There we go. That's close enough to angled how I want it. Oh, we're definitely coming in now. Still pretty smooth on the G-forces, I gotta admit. Especially since we're technically going up again. We are gaining altitude, but losing velocity. And we're in the atmosphere. So more drag. More drag, less G's. I've done an unnecessarily complex approach. I could have cut this way shorter and just gone straight in. But I wanted to see if I could, by playing around with it, use the atmosphere to slow myself down in a meaningful way to avoid hitting the red bar on the G-force meter. Now all there is to do is wait and see what happens. I wouldn't mind getting that angled a little bit, not quite like that. It moves so much when you click it. There, something like this, so that I'm kind of coming in the right way. I think the atmospheric drag will take care of that for me. But yeah, we bled off more than 1,000 meters a second between our multiple approaches. We came in initially at 3,000. We got as high as 3,200. Now we're going in less than 2 kilometers a second by comparison. I think it's the landing zone, isn't it? Or the launch zone. It is. That's totally the launch zone. Kerbal Space Headquarters, I think. Now that we're coming down again, we are actually gaining a little bit of velocity, but the atmosphere is thickening for every inch we go down to resist that gravity. So I don't know. We'll hit some kind of equilibrium pretty shortly. And we'll also start to see that G-force meter climb. And we'll find out if our efforts have been for naught. Now we're really slowing down. But the G-forces are pretty acceptable. They're still definitely at the low end of the bar. Oh, come on, Hellner. Quit freaking out. You went through way worse on Minmus. Don't make me EVA you to the surface. I'll do it. I think that's probably going to be the maximum G-load right there. Really tolerable. That's not too bad. I'm pretty happy with that. Well, that's good. Even when they add that element to the game in, I think I'll be ready for it. All that's left to do now is pop the parachute, but we're still plenty high up and plenty fast, and I don't have to worry about that yet. Plus, we're over the ocean. We're not going to have to worry about hitting a mountain, guessing at what actual altitude we are. Because really, the chute doesn't even open until 500 feet. It just acts like a drogue parachute until then, whatever those are called. The ones that just slow you down. 500 meters, I mean. 250. 4,000 seems like a good time to slow down a little bit more. Yep, here comes the surface. Landing on Kerbal is just like child's play. Just parachute, there, landing complete. I don't have enough fuel in my lander to actually do a landing on Kerbal by the time we get back, because it's also my return stage. And success. Mission over. This is a long round of rocket designing. Since I spent the whole time flying it instead. Yep, pretty good mission. 7-day mission, in-game time. Good times. Well, hey, next time, who knows, maybe we will actually have some kind of idea of our interplanetary design complete, and you guys can join me for that. Until then, catch you later.